Fragile fire. One kiss. And suddenly I was already too close. He tilted his head, lips finding mine before I could think. Warm, demanding, terrifying. His tongue brushed mine just once, and my body betrayed me by answering, leaning in, deepening the kiss. It was reckless. Forbidden. A fire I had no business touching. Yet, for a fleeting moment, I wanted to burn. I tore myself away, breath ragged. We shouldn't be doing this. His eyes flickered, hurt, defiance, longing, all in the span of a heartbeat. He was about to say something when a voice barked from outside. "It's clear!" We both jumped, the real world crashing back in. The air between us thickened. Neither of us spoke. I adjusted my jacket, fists clenched to keep from reaching for him again. He smoothed the edge of his robe, pretending calm, but his lips were still swollen, and the faint tremor in his hands betrayed him. When the door opened, I stepped out first, masking every trace of what had just happened. We slipped through dim corridors flanked by guards. The smell of smoke still lingered, a reminder of how close things had come. Outside, the headlines weren't about us. They screamed about the incident, the danger. Beloved star nearly caught in backstage chaos. Not a word about the kiss. No one knew. And they never would. Or so I thought. The morning after, a harsh knock rattled my door. "Get up!" It was Luca, my best friend, my fellow bodyguard, his voice sharp with something between panic and disbelief. I stumbled out of bed, half-dressed, hair a mess. "What?" He shoved his phone in my face, and there it was. A blurry photo splashed across a gossip blog. Elliot. His flushed face, his parted lips, and another figure, me, shadowed, unfocused, but unmistakably close. The caption screamed in bold, "Who was caught in the dressing room with our star?" My blood went cold. By noon, we were in a locked conference room. Elliot sat at the head of the table, flanked by his manager and PR director. I stood in the corner, every muscle tight. The photo glowed on the screen, enlarged, dissected. "Blurry or not, this is dangerous," the PR director snapped. "One wrong angle and it's his career finished." Elliot kept silent, jaw set, eyes stormy. His manager rubbed his temples. "Damage control. Fast. We need a distraction, a counter story." Their voices blurred together. Assault rumors, scandals, staged narratives. Each word pressed heavier on my chest. I risked a glance at Elliot. He wasn't looking at them. He was looking at me. And the weight of it nearly split me open. The meeting screeched to a halt when the phone rang. Not a manager's phone. The one mounted on the wall. The private line. The PR director went pale. It's them. Them. Elliot's family. Old money. Old power. The ones who'd never wanted him to be an idol in the first place. Elliot took the call on speaker. "Elliot." His father's voice filled the room, cold as marble. "What is this nonsense?" "Do you realize the shame you've brought?" Elliot's lips parted, but no words came out. "You have two choices," his father continued, tone sharp. "Withdraw from this circus you call a career, or settle down with the arrangement we prepared, marry the woman." Immediately, my chest tightened. The woman. Everyone in the room knew who he meant. The daughter of another elite family. Beautiful. Ruthless. The kind who'd take his fame and twist it into her empire. And Elliot, trapped, cornered, staring at the floor like a boy chained to a life he didn't choose. When the line went dead, silence thundered in the room. His manager finally spoke. "Elliot, maybe this is for the best. A fiancé, even if temporary, would calm the press. Shift the spotlight," Luca muttered under his breath. "Best?
They're selling him like a pawn. I wanted to agree. Wanted to say something. Anything. But I couldn't. I was his shadow. His guard, not his voice. Elliot stood slowly. "I'll handle it," he said, his tone frighteningly calm. The meeting ended, but the storm was just beginning. Hours later, back in his suite, silence stretched like a wire between us. I stood by the window staring at the skyline. He sat curled on the couch, knees pulled close, his eyes fixed on me instead of the news reports replaying the photo. "You saved me," he said finally, voice quiet, intimate. I didn't answer. Couldn't. Because the truth was, saving him hadn't been the most dangerous thing I did tonight. Kissing him was. And now the world was circling, hungry, watching, waiting to devour him whole. He rose, slow, deliberate, closing the space between us. Bare feet against polished marble, a fragile body carrying dangerous intent. "Tell me you regret it," he whispered, tilting his chin up to mine. I froze. Every instinct screamed at me to say the words to end it now. But silence betrayed me. And the moment I didn't answer, his lips curved. "Didn't think so." His lips crashed into mine, fierce and unrelenting. I should have pushed him away, but instead, I let the fire consume me. One kiss bled into another, hands clawing, bodies colliding, until marble gave way to silk sheets and reason shattered with every frantic breath. It wasn't planned. It wasn't careful. It was raw, reckless, inevitable. The kind of mistake that doesn't end at dawn. That's why, when I said it, when I called it the most dangerous thing I did tonight, I wasn't talking about saving him. I was talking about this. About him. About us.